morning, my friends. This is Lisa, your favorite spoon bunny, and welcome back to the Life Spoontastic. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring my bell so that you don't miss anything new. You'll get a notification so that when a new video comes out, you'll get it. Today we're going to chat about a new Cush for your tush. I don't know if you're anything like me, but I have a very serious problem with my tushy. It's the bottom line, pun very much intended, is that my bottom is painful. And it started when I broke my sacrum, which is to say my tailbone, ages ago when I was just a teenager. But I re-injured it last summer when I fell down right here on the ceramic tile, fell down in a great big heap, right on top of my tailbone and on top of my right foot. And I sprained my right foot, boom, that became a new CRPS site. And so did my tailbone. Now, the other problem I have with my bottom is that I happen to have a spinal cord stimulator implant. Now, for those of you who aren't familiar with a spinal cord stimulator, it is a device that some pain management specialists will turn to in an effort to help alleviate some of the more severe cases of chronic pain. You do go through a trial where you get to try the device outside of your body before they actually perform the surgery to implant it. But when they do finally perform the surgery to implant the device, what they'll do is they'll implant the device in the fatty part of your tushy. And what the doctor will do is he'll make a pocket in the fatty part of your tushy by removing some of that fat. He'll make a little pocket, and the device in the battery pack is about yay big. Yeah, that looks about right. It's about yay big, and the whole device just goes in behind your hip, and he'll thread the lead wires up to where they need to go, which in my case was in my C-spine, in my neck, and then he'll stitch you up and you're good to go. Now, the unfortunate downside for me, being a CRPS case, is that my implant site became a new CRPS site, of course. And even if you're not a CRPS patient and that site doesn't become a new CRPS issue, it still feels very much like sitting on a rock. And it's not very comfortable at all. So most of the time I'm shifting around and like trying to get comfortable, and it's just, my tushy is very painful. So I've tried every cushion under the sun. You can see my little pile back behind me here. And you know, I spend a lot of time shifting and just trying to get comfortable, and every now and again it'll just get so painful that I'll let out the obligatory and my poor husband will just freak out, like, "What's the matter, baby? What's wrong?" And I'm like, "My butt, ow." And he's like, "Okay, yeah, okay, I get it." So sitting down is just not an easy prospect for me. And like I said, I've tried every cushion you can imagine. You know, I'll wheel back here and you can see, you know, I've tried this weird little donut thing. That didn't work. I've tried regular cushions, pillows, regular pillows, buckwheat pillows, you know, with the buckwheat holes. Those didn't work. I tried this weird noodle thing. That didn't work. Another regular cushion, blah. I tried this one from a company called Comfy Life that was supposed to help with sciatica pain. You can see it's got the little cutout for the tailbone. And that helps some, but it didn't help all the way because I've got that implant right here, right behind the hip. But it didn't help as much as I needed it to. It was kind of a halfway measure. And I've tried at least 2 others like it. I even tried the As Seen on TV Miracle Egg Sitter thing, and it's like this weird jelly material that you can see is kind of weird. Ugh. So, I'd given up on cushions. And I'd given up on pillows. Life was tough. So when my buddy Vanessa sent me the link to this company called Cushion Lab, I was kind of like, yeah, okay, whatever. Another cushion. Another cushion. And I just kind of tossed it to the side. And like a day or 2 later, she was like, Lisa, you really need to check this out. You really do. She said, the reviews are amazing. She said, there are reviews from people who have had surgeries like yours, and they love it. So I was like, I don't know. I might check it out. So I gave it another day or 2, and I thought about it. It's like, all right, it's worth a look. So I went to the site and I looked, and I checked out the reviews, and I checked out the pictures. And I have to admit, the price tag was daunting, because just the bottom cushion, the seat was like $72. I was like, what? $72 for a cushion? And what if it doesn't work? What if it doesn't help me? What guarantee do I have that it's just not, it's not just another waste of money along with the pile? There's a 30-day money-back guarantee. Okay, fine. What do I have to lose? So I picked the thing up, and this thing, you can see, is very, very different from the others. These tails back here are what make all the difference. The little tails in the back, those are so much better. They cushion my implant site. They cushion my hip. They, they prevent fatigue on my bottom and pain so much better than anything else that I've ever experienced. And I kid you not, we took a road trip out of town to another town about an hour north of us. And we spent about 7 hours in the car and I was on this. We spent 7 hours in the car, and I had zero problems, no pain in my bottom, none, no car fatigue, no complaints. I was happy. I was so happy. Because I also had this. I went ahead and picked up the lumbar cushion. It was another $65. So I spent like a total of $139 on the 2. But between the 2, I'm going to toss that sucker out. Between the 2, setup that looks like this. And I'm going to tilt my camera down. You got a setup that looks like that, and it cushions everything from your bottom to your lower back up into your T-spine. And I was just thrilled to bits, because I sat in the car for 7 hours and had 0 problems. None. That's the first time in 5 years that I've been able to sit for that long with no problems. And the next night, the very next night, I sat over there on that green couch and worked on my embroidery for another 6 hours with 0 problems and 0 pain. So this is truly like the best Cush for your tush you could ever possibly buy. It is so beyond worth that $140 or so that I spent. This is the best money I've ever spent in my life. I can't recommend this any more than I already have. This is truly one of my favorite things. And if you have any sort of issues with sciatica or hip problems or, any sort of implanted device, go for these. Cushion Lab. Remember the name, because it's the last cushion that you'll ever have to buy. And that's all I've got to say. Until next time, my friends, this is the Spoon Bunny signing off. May your spoons be plenty and your troubles be few. Have a great day.